Okay, people, so let's do a little bit about the difference between null, undefined, and when you get a reference error. Okay, so let's start with you need a variable, right? Because this is usually what happens here. When it's saying you have a variable that has a value, right? Either it's undefined or it's null, or you can get a reference error. Like the point is that it has to be referring to something. So we're talking about variables here. So when would you get reference error, right? Well, let's say usually if I type a string of some kind, it returns a string. I'm in a node REPL here, right? But if you try to type my string just like this, well, first of all, it's a syntax error. If it was just one word, then it's reference error. So what does that mean? Okay, I'll tell you what that means. It's not when it's. Let me back it up. So let's make it a variable. Var my string equals something, some text, right? Now, if we say my string, it returns some text, right? Well, it doesn't help that I called it my sting before, but the point still stands. When we had it, before we declared the variable, I should say, like back up here, I said var my string. So here's the keyword var. So we're declaring a variable named my string and assigning it some value, right? Okay, so that's fine. So then when we refer to my string here, it says, okay, I know what that is. That's this thing that has the string some text in it. But if we back it up here, well, let's try to say something else like other string. So to be clear, over here, we'll just type my string with no quotes. Type a word with no quotes like that. The terminal here thinks you're referring to a variable, right? So same thing here. Other string, referring to a variable, reference error. Other string is not defined. That means it's trying to find it, but it can't find it. There's nothing to refer to, right? I never used the keyword var or letter const, right? If we're talking ES6, it can't find it. It's not there. It's not defined. Never did anything with it. On the other hand, when we do my string, yeah, it knows what that is. I did var my string. I told it what's supposed to be there. Now, on the other hand, let's see. What if we just do var? Let's define it. Other string, but without assigning anything to it, right? Well, I think it pretty much showed us here what's going to happen when we try to call it. It's going to be undefined, right? Because that's what it returned there. So let's just try that. Yeah, undefined, right? So now it's not that it can't find it. It can reference it. We declared it over here, var other string. Just we never told it what should be in it. We never defined what it is. We never assigned it some value. Okay. Now, if you want to explicitly tell it, I want to declare this thing, but I do want to tell you what's in there, but I want it to be nothing. Then you can say other string. I don't have to say var here because I already declared it over here, right? Var other string equals null. Now, right, there it is, it's null. So I came up with an analogy for this, right? Let's see if I can remember how it goes here. It's like renting a storage space at the local storage place. You get your little room, your 10 by 10 room or 5 by 10 little closet room or whatever it is, right? So a variable is like a storage unit, right? When you declare a variable, it's like going up to, let's back it up. Let's say I go up to the local storage, I go up to the desk at the front of the place, and I say, hey, tell me what's in my unit. And the guy at the desk says, you don't seem to have a unit. We never defined what's your unit is. I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm not seeing any reference to you ever having leased a unit here. He says, okay, well, in that case, let's rent me a unit, okay? Okay. So now I have a unit, but what's in there? And the guy says, so I paid for the unit. That's the var my unit. I paid for the unit. The guy says behind the desk says, hey, so you really need to tell me what you're going to put in there. What's in there? And I don't respond. I don't tell him what's in there. I never actually say what I'm going to put in there. So then I say, but I do say to the guy again, hey, what's in my unit? Undefined. You never told me what's in there. How would I know what's in there? So then if you say, so you have a unit, it's just that the contents are undefined. It's not that I can't find it. I've got a reference to it. Sure. You never told me what was in there. So how would I know? Okay, so my unit, I want you to the thing about my unit, like it's brand new, right? And I don't want anything in there right now. Please make sure there is absolutely nothing in there. All right? I don't want it to be a mystery when I come back. I don't want it to be undefined. I want you to be able to tell me for sure that there is nothing in there. Absolutely nothing. Okay, so then I come back. Okay, you got that, buddy. There's nothing in there. So, hey, so what's in my unit? Nothing. There's nothing in there. It's not that it's undefined. It's not that we don't know. It's not that you never told me. There's actually, I assure you that there is nothing there. Okay? I think that really, I don't know. I hope that clears it up. Helps clear it up a little bit. So, reference error is you never declared it. There is no such thing as the variable that you're talking about, the my unit in this case. The undefined is you saved the space for it. You have the box, but you never put anything in there. You never told the guy what's in there. You never told anybody. You never put anything in the box. Okay. If you define it and put null, that's like telling the guy, hey, make sure there is nothing in there. I want it to specifically be 0. Not the number 0. I shouldn't have said that because that's a totally different thing. You're defining it. You're putting the value of an integer value in there, right? That was a bad choice of words. I would put nothing in there, okay? And I think that sums it up. I hope that analogy with the storage area helps. Okay? Very good. See you next time.